Iowa's now the first state to remove civil rights protections for transgender people. Governor Kim Reynolds signed that bill Friday, just 1 week after it was introduced in the state legislature.
The unprecedented act sparked outrage. As lawmakers debated, hundreds of demonstrators gathered in the rotunda of the Iowa State Capitol to protest the law, which eliminates civil rights protections based on gender identity.
I feel it's mean. I feel it's hateful.
Representative Amy Wichtendahl, the state legislature's first openly transgender member, argued this is just the start.
Vote this bill down today, because this is not the end. Those think tanks will ask you again and again and again to remove rights and freedoms from your fellow Iowans until none remain.
Republican lawmakers fast-tracked the bill, and Governor Kim Reynolds signed it into law yesterday.
It's common sense to acknowledge the obvious biological differences between men and women.
It defines sex based on a person's anatomy at birth, and it removes gender identity from the state's civil rights law, which protected specific groups from discrimination. Gender identity was added alongside sexual orientation back in 2007.
Before I signed this bill, the Civil Rights Code blurred the biological line between the sexes. What this bill does accomplish is to strengthen protections for women and girls.
Max Mowitz is the executive director of the advocacy group One Iowa. Mowitz says the move ends nearly 2 decades of state law protections for transgender Iowans like himself.
Why is this happening now? I can't understand what the timing would be other than a large, widespread national trend towards transphobia and hostility towards the LGBTQ community. It's more acceptable to single us out and harm us.
Are you worried about real harm?
Absolutely. I know that this will just move the needle further. Are we going to continue to see really horrible legislation because this is the new norm?